are live. Got Lucky Tramp Customs in his house.
What up?
What's up, Chad?
All
Thanks
right.
so much, brother. How you been? Good?
Good, man. Good.
Dude, fucking,
It's my hometown here, dude. I'm in.
yeah,
Yeah, from Longwood.
no shit.
Yeah, I graduated from Lyman, dude.
Damn.
Yep.
What year was that, brother?
97.
Fucking time flies, bro.
Barely made it. My mom rode my butt, dude, to make sure I got through there because all I want to do is surf.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was a problem for her for a minute, but I got through it.
I like this area. This
Yeah.
area is nice. I tell you what, man, we got a good, like, even the police department here, dude,
Yep.
are straight up. They're solid. Like, the only downfall to us is that fucking hospital, man.
Really?
Because they do that fucking psych shit.
Oh, that's
So
right.
like this morning, man,
I forgot about that.
yeah, man. So they'll lock these people up, man, and put them in the hospital, dude, for like fucking 48 hours. And when they let them go, they just let them go out the door. And then
Yeah.
we'll be out here in the morning coming in, and you'll see them like fucking hiding in the back, sleeping, or they're out front on fucking benches, dude, just
Yeah.
laying around. Dude out here this morning, man, he had like a pair of pants on with another pair of shorts on, no shoes, fucking socks were all fucked up, and he's just walking around trying to open doors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. So it's like, but the cops, man, here in Longwood are dope, man, because
Yeah.
they'll come out, man. They'll be like, yo, man, you got a 86 out of the area, or go
Yeah.
where you needs to go, man. But this
Yeah.
little section right here, this little historic district is pretty nice, man. They
Yeah.
do they just had the Christmas parade.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So they block off a bunch of sections, and it's nice too because they marker everything, tell you where everything's going to be and shit
Yeah,
like
they got
that.
a pretty gangster once a month cruising too.
Oh yeah, dude, right up the street,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, they're still doing it,
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, one of my buddies, man, he does the photography. I tattoo him. Russ Mueller. Oh shit, turn
That's
that
not
off.
me.
That's me. Sorry.
Mine was just ringing too.
But yeah, Russ, he does the photography. When I had my 51, I would come in over by the old buildings over there, dude, and he'd be out there, man. He'd snap pictures just in front of that old building as you're
Yep.
cruising in and send them to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you do them in black and white and shit,
Oh,
dude. So
yeah.
they look fucking dope, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
But you've been fucking going ape shit, man. I'm seeing your fucking blogs and your fucking videos and shit like that, man.
I'm staying busy, man.
That's good, dude.
That's all I do is work, man.
Hell yeah. You know, there was something you had you posted not too long ago, if I can remember correctly, and it was about friends trying to take advantage of you.
Sure, absolutely.
It's a big fucking thing, dude.
It's a big deal, man. And there's a reason people say don't work for friends or family because it'll
fuck you
change the
over.
dynamic of the
friendship.
relationship.
Oh, big time,
real
dude.
fast.
And
Yeah.
that's like the whole, even with like being a tattoo artist and owning a shop, they just automatically think you're made of fucking money.
Yep.
And you can do it for less and shit like
Sure.
that. No, I can't, man. I still have bills to pay. I still have a shop rent. I got electric. I got all supplies I got to buy. And I cut you a break.
Yep.
Then the next person's going to want to break, and another person and another person and another person, and you ain't going to have shit.
Yeah. Well, you hear people that, say, hey, man, give me a hat or a shirt and I'll wear it and support you. And it's just like, well, dude, if I give that to you, you're not supporting, you're taking away from me and
Exactly,
my
dude.
family and my brand. And
I paid for that shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'll throw some shit to somebody who will come in. Like last night, I did a tattoo on somebody, large scale piece.
Yeah.
Good price.
Yep.
Here's a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Shit like that. Yeah, it's totally different, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you want that promoting, but I mean, unless I'm doing some type of event or something where I'm going to be dishing them out, it's a different story because you're trying to grab more clientele.
Sure.
It's just like, just like with anything.
Yeah. And they appreciate that stuff, man. They value, the, it's like you giving them a tip, and
Hell yeah.
It goes a long way. And, back to what you said about friends taking advantage. Just the world today has changed so much, bro.
Dude.
And I feel like nobody values a relationship anymore. Someone would just put your friendship to death over you just not giving them more than what they want. They think that they deserve more or whatever. So they'll just completely end the friendship, and it can be a 10-year, 15-year long friendship, and they end it. And maybe it was something that they got their feelings hurt by, and maybe I didn't know I hurt their feelings, or, and it's just the value of friendship and relationships have just gone so, like, just to the ground, dude, so fast.
today's day and age, we were just talking about this the other day. Kids today, man, it's they have no recollection of like the shit we went through.
Yep.
The way that we were raised, the way that we grew up. I mean, and they just want everything fucking handed to them.
Yep.
They
Absolutely.
feel like they're entitled. No, man, I worked my ass off to get to where the fuck I'm at,
Yep.
and just to push myself harder and harder. Like when I first started out as a tattoo artist, man, and I'm sure it's the same for you being, a custom car builder.
Hmm.
You got to start at the bottom, you know?
Indeed.
I was a gopher, dude.
Yeah.
Go for this, go for that. You know what I mean? Shit like that, man. I had to sit back and watch artists work their craft, and then I had to make their needles and scrub their tubes, man. But it's knowledge that will I'll cherish forever.
Yep.
And it's just like it's the same way I'm sure with you, man, with building the cars and stuff like that. When you started out, man, what were you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I actually fenced. I built fences for
No
almost
shit.
23 years, dude. Yeah, I would actually Lyman High School right here. I was in the get out early to go to work program,
Oh, no shit.
and
Yeah.
I would ride my skateboard from here to a company called Perimeter Fence when I was 17. So I did that, and then later, I'd run with my friends. And back in the day, we were building mini trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I evolved from was that.
You
And
were a mini truck guy, huh?
yeah, man. I mean, back then, before when air ride was just, you
Yeah.
weren't seeing that back when, I've said on, before, like back when 17s, you saw someone roll up on 17s. It's like, dang, dude, they're like, that was a big deal. So, but, I always say I grew up, I fell in love with the older stuff. But dude, I messed up a lot, dude. And I still do. I don't know
Oh yeah.
everything and I'm constantly learning. And there's a difference between, someone that can hold humility versus someone's that's cocky. You see these guys that just they learn something and they run with it and they're cocky and they're too cool to learn anything else, and that's kind of where
Exactly.
they stop.
Yep.
So I've just tried to stay, have the mindset of I can always learn something. And but dude, I started at the bottom, man. I mean, dude, I messed a lot of things up.
Dude, I've been
you
there.
know,
I
you know?
dude, when I first started it was so funny. I'll tell you a funny quick story. My mom owned a tattoo shop, okay, for 13 years on the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey. It was a seasonal beach town, dude. Okay.
Dude, been there. It's a sick place.
Yeah, man.
What a
Only open.
trog.
Yeah, man. Only open during the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I got into tattooing. And my mama had already owned the shop for years.
Hmm.
And when I got into tattooing, I was like, yo, can I get a job? She's like, no. I was like, what? I'm your son. I
Yeah.
can't get a fucking job. She's like, not till you can prove to me you can lay a good, clean tattoo,
Yeah.
then I'll give you a chance. So I busted my ass, man, for a full fucking year, dude. I mean, I was doing whatever and anything, dude. I was ordering magazines left and right, studying artists and
Tattooing melons and
it's
stuff.
dude, fucking grapefruits, fucking
Yeah.
cantaloupes, all kinds of shit,
Yeah.
bro. Right? We didn't, I think the big thing back then, man, people were getting like pig's ears, and you could tattoo a pig's ears because that's the closest skin
Oh
to a
yeah.
human skin.
Okay.
But yeah, man, shit like that. So when I finally got that chance, dude, I went and I got a summer gig working for my mom, man, and I started Easter weekend, right before Easter weekend till the end of September, dude. And it was like the greatest fucking time ever, dude,
Oh
because
yeah.
it was hands on street
Hmm.
shop, busy street shop shit. And I ended up fucking making, I think it was like 24 grand for the summer, dude. I was like, dude, I'm like fucking rolling in the dough,
Yeah,
bro.
rich.
I was like, yeah, man. I was just like, hell yeah. And so I just kept trucking with it. But yeah, man, I know, you got to start somewhere and work your way up, man.
Well,
And
yeah. I mean, back to it. I started fencing, and then from where I came from in the mini trucks, I started getting to the older stuff. But I was fencing. I mean, dude, and it's hard work. It's parallel with roofing, but you're on the ground, dude. I mean, it is
yeah,
heavy. It's hard work. And dude, I would come home after fencing all day in that summer heat, and I'd work till 1, 2 o'clock in the
yep,
morning, doing air ride on my 50 Chevy, or someone would be like, "Hey, can you paint the top of my Apache?" And I would, and excuse me, and when Jesse and I were married, excuse me, we it got to the point to where she's like, "Dude, you got to pick one," because I was just working all the time. She's
yeah,
like, "I don't care what you do, just pick one." So I decided to go for it, and it was hard, man. I mean, it was people kind of joked, made a joke out
yeah.
of it, like, you're gonna fence and now you're gonna build cars, man, I just kept my nose to the grind, bro.
That's awesome though, man.
Mm.
Dude, like I think one of the greatest memories I have with you is when you gave me the golden ticket
Oh
to come
yeah,
to your party, man, and I got to meet
yeah,
Gene Winfield.
yeah,
Dude, what a fucking great time, bro.
yeah.
He is a trip,
Oh,
that man.
dude, he'll steal your girl, man.
I'm telling you,
He will
bro.
steal your girl, bro.
He is all about that shit, dude.
Oh
He
yeah,
oh my god, but
yeah,
yeah, man. When I think that's like some of the coolest shit that you've done. And but one of the other cool things I love seeing you do is you're not afraid to teach somebody something,
yeah. I
you
mean,
know?
if I can
And
save someone some trial and error, dude,
yeah,
I would love to do that.
and you've
Yeah,
done it a few times. You put these little classes together for
mm-hmm.
guys to come out, man, and teach them how to work with metal and shit like
Yep.
that. And I mean, I got to give you bad props on that shit too,
Thank you,
man,
man.
because I watch your videos and you what that rolling press thing that you were shaping with the
The English wheel.
yeah,
Yep,
man,
English
dude,
wheel, and yeah, man. I mean, that's how I learned. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not a self-made man. I learned because people took the time to
to
teach me.
show you,
There's trials that I went through and got things dialed in on my own, but ultimately it was from reading magazines and watching and learning and talking to Gene. And I've had Voodoo Larry down a few times, and I've
yeah.
learned a lot from him, man. And he's taken a lot of time with me. And Oz Welch is like him and I have become really good friends. And I can,
That's dude, that Merc, the green one,
oh, the Bad Apple,
yeah,
yeah, Oz's the one,
yeah,
dude. Yeah,
that
he's
bitch,
on a whole different level, dude. And
yeah.
he's just a down to earth, humble guy. He don't worry about being in the limelight.
That's good though, man.
Yeah, when everybody's at shows, that man's working or he's with his family.
Yeah.
And
That's the whole thing too, man. When you do get that one person, man, whose fucking head blew, I just want to walk by with a pin, dude, and just pop it, kick him
yep,
off that fucking pedestal, and be like, dude, you're no
yep,
better than any of us, man. We
yep.
all started somewheres.
Yeah,
You know what I
and I
mean?
think that ends pretty quick, man. Because I think people like Oz that are humble.
Mm-hmm.
I think both sides of that will follow him. The cocky, egotistical guys will follow him because what he's doing is so cool.
Right.
And then the guys that are humble will follow him. But when you get the cocky guys, dude, the humble guys and the guys that get it, they're you know what I mean? So he's gonna lose half of his followers just being that way.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? But like guys like Oz, like everybody's gonna follow him because what he's doing is so cool and he's just mellow, man. And
I would say you're more into the body, the shaping, and all that shit than you are the motor work.
yeah, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
don't build motors. I can put them in,
Yeah.
hang transmissions, all that stuff. But I'm more into the lines.
Yeah.
I like to get them on the ground
It's
and get
like
that profile
it's
right.
fucking it's like when you look at it, man, and I've been there, and it's just almost like a tattoo. You visualize it in your head and you could see in your mind,
Yep.
like, dude, like, all right, let me just adjust this just a smidge, and then boom, and then
Yep.
you're sculpting a masterpiece, man.
Yeah, man. You know how many times, like, dude, I'll go out like in the shop at nighttime and I'll stir me a cocktail, make me a crown and water, go out there, put a chair in front of a car. My wife's come out. She goes, "You just sitting out here all alone?" And she doesn't understand what I'm doing, but I'm
Hmm.
staring at this car
Trying
and
to
I'm winding
visualize.
down and I'm decompressing and I'm drawing lines. You know what I mean? And this car's talking to me, dude. I know it sounds crazy, but when you do one step, when you put that car on the ground, it's going to tell you what it wants. When you start cutting that top off and start fitting those sail panels in and getting the fall right on a car, it's like it kind of starts telling you what it wants with its lines. You know what I mean?
What is your most memorable creation that you can remember that just it stands there in your head that never goes away?
Probably my 50, man.
Yeah.
When I first, so I flaked the top on that, and this is before I chopped it. And I walked out. It was like a Tuesday night. I was going to start doing my lines. I was going to start taping some lines out, doing patterns on it. And I called Josh Wheeler up, and I said, "Hey, dude, listen, I need the boys here this coming Saturday because I'm going to cut the top off this thing. And if it doesn't happen this Saturday, I'm going to wuss out. You know what I mean?" And he's like, "Dude, you got to be kidding me."
You
He's
got to
like,
get that fucking toe in the water, dude, and you got
"Bro,"
to get
and you
ready.
know what? Like, dude, everybody showed like the misfires. Tommy Berry, Hot Rod
Yeah,
Tommy,
yeah.
he was there. Josh came out. Nadine was there. Miles was there. Yogi was there. All these misfires, and I'm just all this instant support because everybody's like,
This is a big fucking deal,
It's a
dude.
big deal. You don't get to see it that much.
No,
And
man.
and it's just like, dude, when we cut the top off of my car, bro, and set it on the ground, I can't explain the sick feeling in my stomach because it's like, boy,
There's
you better
no
nail this,
you're not going back, brother.
Yeah, dude, like I'm fully committed now, and I'm thinking in my mind, and dude, y'all real? I think you pronounce it Yachty. I'm just white boying it up,
Mm,
but y'all real from Hialeah?
yeah,
Dude, that guy, and still to this day he has my back, and we're good friends, and dude, he helped me map that chop out, and he spent the time on the phone. Like, dude, he helped me map that thing out on the phone. And I remember just being on my phone, like, okay, dude, I'm about to cut it. And he goes, okay, we'll cut it at this angle, and that's how you're gonna lean
yeah.
the bees. And he was,
This is before FaceTime, right?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
dude, and just being there and transparent, and all of the people that have helped me has been like, okay, well, I have to put that out there now. I have to help other people, because if it wasn't for Yariel and the misfires
Yep.
and Josh and Tommy and all those guys being there for me, I mean, that's how I got it done.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but when we sat that top back on, bro, and we stood back there and we all cracked a beer and looked at each other like,
Fucking did it,
this is
man.
some real stuff. I mean, this just
This is a whole
changes.
ball game changer, man. This
Yeah.
this this changes every outlook on every vehicle from
Yeah.
here on out, man.
Yeah. It just went from like just it just went from a cool car to punch you in the face instantly when
What'd
we
your
set
wife
it back
say when
on.
she walked out and saw that shit? What the fuck?
She just thinks I'm crazy. I mean, she honestly, like, she's supportive. She can take it or
Yeah.
leave it. She's not like super into the culture. Like,
Yeah.
she's not like a pinup girl, or she gets into that stuff. Like, if I need her
Right.
to model some stuff with me,
Well, she will.
she's shot with like Roy Vargas before and
Yeah.
stuff like
Roy's
that.
a fucking great cat, dude.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I fucking love Roy.
yeah. Well, he's been staying with me every year, and he does a shoot at my shop. So we got one coming up, I think, in February.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So he shoots at my shop, and we've become about like family,
That's
dude.
awesome. But
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah, man.
it just you got to keep that shit going, bro.
Yep.
And it's that's the whole thing. Like my wife, she does the pinup stuff,
Hmm.
and she loves doing that stuff. But it's just one of those things, man. Like it gives her a sense of like okay, like her decompressing, like you had said, like when she's fucking busting her ass all week long at work and listen to this dude yell and this guy, and I don't know how to do this and this. When she gets to fucking doll up and dress up, man, and go have some cocktails with the girls and decompress, it's a whole different
She
ball
gets to
game.
feel like a woman
Yeah,
again
she gets to feel
instead of just
like a fucking corporate
a tool.
entity.
Yeah,
you
like a
know?
tool getting used from the corporate world.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. But
Yep.
that's great though, man. Having that type of support, man, on your back at home on the home front means a lot
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Because I mean, I've been in rough relationships in the past, especially in this industry, man. And it's just like, it was like a fucking eye opener. And it's
Yep.
just like, I have to do this. This is what pays the fucking bills.
Yep.
I gotta tattoo that section. I gotta do this area. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just like I'm like,
Yep.
whatever,
Yeah,
dude.
you can't make that go away and
No,
then
you
just
can't,
decide the
dude.
money's still going to be there. It
Exactly,
doesn't
man.
work that
You
way.
know,
Yeah, her and I've been we dated when we were like 16, 17 years old. And then I was a pretty wild boy back then, young
I
man,
think we all
and
were.
yeah, and dude, we had split up. We were kids, and
Yeah.
we came back, but we'd always keep up with each other, and we respected the boundary. If someone was in a relationship, but we ended up getting back together later in life, and it hasn't always been easy, man.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, we just celebrated 9 years married, so we've been together 10.5 years. But we're both a little hard headed sometimes,
That's how it is, man.
and it hasn't been easy for
No
her.
matter the ups and downs me and Erica have, man, that's my to-go girl.
Yeah.
That's my rock. She's my everything, man. And she's my best friend.
Yep.
She's the honest only person I can honestly really depend on if shit hits the fan.
And that's important.
It
and,
is.
And I know guys out there that have like the arm candy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know good and well that if he goes broke, she's gone, dude.
Oh, yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean? But I guess he just wants the status, But
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah,
what is it? What the hell's it? The genie in the bottle, man, is not gonna give you everything. There's always that little clause at the bottom of some shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, man, stuff like that, dude, is messed up.
Yep.
But family, friends, stuff like that, having those guys come out on your first chop like that, man, that's the best support you could fucking get from people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And a lot of those guys are fucking great, man.
Yeah.
I loved talking to those cats, man, and hanging out, having a good time.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, JT, I've ran into JT a couple of times, man. We were at a where the hell were we? We were at a concert. What the hell's his name? JD McPherson show, man,
Okay.
and ran into him out
That's
there. It
cool.
was a fucking great show,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, man. Your your business now, man. So I noticed like you started really pushing it hard,
Yep.
viral and stuff like that.
Trying to.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, viral for me. You know what I mean? I'm not hitting big numbers,
yeah.
but I have a girl now that I've hired that is helping me push merch. She does my invoicing. So a lot of times people, will say, "Hey, I saw you post," and I won't even know because she's doing it. She'll post my merch and she's shipping it and she's doing all that. And Sammy,
So what inspired you to start Lucky Tramp Customs?
just the love for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you'd heard the story. I've told it a couple times, but the name had come from like just hanging out with friends on the beach, and stuff like that. And we had started this little thing called the Tramp Hammers.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was like Troy Banks, Josh Wheeler, Tommy Berry, and myself, and we were on the beach one day, and I had this tribal tramp stamp on my lower back, and that was like it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Troy Banks, long dreads, covered in tattoos. He just drops an elbow on my back. He's like, the Tramp Hammer, right on my tramp stamp. I fall to the ground. I get up. I'm like a powdered donut, sand from being sweaty all over me, right?
Oh,
So we all look at each other and we're like, dude, we're the Tramp Hammers. That's how that name came up. Well, one day I'm riding in the truck with all my boys, and I was sending them. I was like, guys, I'm just so lucky to have the Tramp Hammers in my life. You guys are my boys,
Lucky
and probably
Tramp.
buzzed up. And I'm like, I'm a lucky tramp. And then I was like, I'm gonna run with that, man. That's kind of catchy. So
Dude, it has a great fucking name, dude.
yeah, and by definition, it means fortunate walk. So
Nice, dude.
yeah,
Nice.
so
You knew Dietrich, right?
oh yeah,
So you know about his lower back tramp
no,
stamp, dude.
uh-uh.
Dude, he had fucking Thrasher tattooed on his lower back.
What, dude? Are you serious? Oh
Yeah,
my god! Did he
yeah,
just
man.
leave it, or you ever cover it up?
No, he left it,
Oh,
man. It was funny shit,
that's
man. But
awesome.
yeah, dude, one of the craziest ones I ever seen, dude. Next to the easy button, I saw a lady remember the Staples easy button when you hit it, it said that's easy.
Oh yeah.
She had that tattooed on her fucking lower back, man. Dude,
Oh
I've
my
seen some
gosh,
crazy shit, but
that's
yeah,
funny.
when Thomas, man, fucking Big D, man, showed me that shit, bro, I was fucking dying, man.
Yeah.
I was fucking
God,
dying.
that
But
guy was a trip, man.
dude,
He'd come up and smack my girl on the butt, and she'd jump, and I'd look over, and I'm
oh
like, it's Thomas, man.
yeah, dude, how's
And
my hair?
yeah,
How's my hair?
yep. And dude, she would give him a big old hug. He'd pick her up, and she's like,
Oh,
God, my freaking arms hurt from that hug you gave me.
yep,
Remember when like the bands would play and he'd be so into it, just pointing and singing
dude,
at him, and
yeah.
he
I
and
still,
everybody be pumped up watching
yep,
him.
yep. It was so funny when I first met Thomas many moons ago, dude. I had a bar in Titusville.
Okay.
And I took over this little fucking hole in the wall bar. It was just beer and wine, man. And I took it over, and I'm booking bands, and I'm not booking local cover bands. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to book shit.
Yeah.
I want shit that nobody ever gets a chance to see. People come out.
Yeah.
I had no stage, no nothing. I just moved the fucking pool table. Okay, and that's how I booked bands, dude. I had bands like fucking Lucky Tub,
Okay.
Three Bad Jacks, Bob Wayne and the Outlaws, and shit
Yeah.
like that. So I get Three Bad Jacks to play, right? And so I'm working the door, collecting the door cover to come in. I would run PBR specials and shit like that. The fucking door opens. Here comes Thomas in, man, with his fucking Gene Simmons creepers on. You know what I'm saying? And he comes walking in. I'm like, $10 cover. He's like, $10. I said, yeah. He's like, who the fuck charges $10 to see the Three Bad Jacks at a bar in the middle of nowhere? I'm like, I do. And he's like, I fucking love you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, is he gonna kill me? No, he
yeah,
loves me. Yeah.
yeah, dude. And like 16-ounce PBRs on sale for like $2, shit
Oh
like
yeah.
that, dude. But dude, what a great fucking
That's
show.
fun,
But
man.
yeah, that's like the whole like just that niche in general, man, and seeing everybody turn around. But yeah, dude, that Thrasher tramp stamp was like the fucking
Oh yeah.
the
That's
the shit,
amazing.
man. He's fucking hilarious, man. But God bless his soul, man. I miss that son of a
I
bitch.
do too, man.
Yeah.
I'm missing pulling up in that. What is caffeine powered?
Yeah, some bitch.
Some,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. In this car.
That
Oh
old
yeah.
Packard, man.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Wonder where that thing's at. No idea.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Somebody picked it up though. I know
Really?
somebody bought it. I don't. I can't remember who, but yeah. But I'm actually down and out of vehicle. I sold all my shit for now just to get things going.
Sure.
Wife and I were looking into a little something after the new year. I got my eyes open
Nice.
here and there and stuff like that.
Cool.
But now as for you, are you expanding with your garage? Are you going to stay, or what are you going to do, man?
Well, right now it's just so hard to find anything
Yeah,
that has room that's affordable. So right now I still have my home shop,
yeah.
and then I rent a shop out of town, about 6, 7 miles out of town.
Okay.
And I have a professional paint booth, and
Oh, sweet,
yeah,
man.
so I probably have, excuse me, I'd say 1,500 square foot out there. So between my shop at home, I got my shop at home where I'm kind of doing metal work and suspension and stuff
There's
like
water
that.
there, brother, if you need
And
it.
thank you. And so you know, doing all the metal work, suspension stuff, and then the body work I'm doing at the other shop because, when you're chopping tops and you got all that steel dust in the air and stuff,
Yeah.
and it lands on the body work, well, the humidity, you come in the next morning and you
You
got
got
little orange dots
yeah,
everywhere, and
little
you're like,
rust.
yep,
And
and it's a problem.
yeah.
So trying to keep that separate, it's necessary. So I've kind of done it that way.
So do you stay pretty well updated on like I guess you could say like the latest trends, what's going on out there? You kind of
Um,
search about and see what's out there, or you just say fuck it, I'm just going to do my
I
thing.
just try to be me, man.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
you got guys like Scotty Chops and Clark Gilly and all these boys that are just doing stuff that just is better than what GM stamped,
Yeah.
back in the day. And dude, they're just, and and I talk to those guys like Clark Gilly and Scotty Chops. Like I've hit them both up on the phone and talked to them, and dude, they're transparent and they'll give me tips. And those guys are just incredible. And sometimes I'll get in the bad habit
Yeah.
of comparing myself to those guys and being like, dude, I need to sell my tools. These guys are incredible. But then I think about Gene Winfield,
Right.
and the stuff that he's done that's still relevant today, that he's built, like the Jade Isle that's been built a long time ago, and they were hammer welding with torches.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like I'm in the middle and I'm trying to just slowly climb and get better and better, but I try not to put the pressure on myself because, dude, it'll put you in a funk real fast.
Oh yeah.
And
It's man, I get like that too, man, because it's just like, I've been doing what I've been doing for over 20 years and I love what I do. But when you start seeing times change and the trends change, everybody wants this hyper realism shit and they want this and they want that. It's not me. It's not who I am. I
yep,
like to stick to the old school, bold, bright color shit.
yep,
That's me. I'll do certain things, but if it's not my forte, I've got guys here that can do that shit. And I'll
yep,
be more than happy to pass you along to them because for me, it's, don't get me wrong. The money pays my bills,
yep,
but it's not always about the money.
yeah,
And that's where people tend to get a little bit upset about, like, why am I charging that? Well, I charge by the piece, not by the time. I've been a fast tattooer since the beginning,
sure,
and I've cut my own throat many a times and been told that, even
hmm,
at conventions and shit like that, man.
sure,
And but my guys, that I have working with me here, man, they're down to earth, they're solid, and they love what they do, and they're fucking good at what they do.
yep,
So if I can't do it, I got somebody that'll do it for you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think you know, just staying with what you do and your style and all that stuff. I think it just, even if it's you know not as valuable now to some people, down the
Right.
road, we're gonna be looked at as like, I don't know, like the guys that were doing. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like one day we're gonna be the Gene Winfields, and we're hopefully 90 something years old,
That's
and
man, that's the whole thing,
it's
dude. This is
crazy to
like I
think
want,
about it.
I hope to see that shit. I
Hmm.
want to see, that next generation succeed, but do it in a professional way, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it in the cocky way
Yep.
like you're fucking better than everybody else.
Yep.
And that's the thing I fucking hate, man. I really do.
And there's a lot of people that eat that up, man.
Yeah, it
There's
is,
there's a
man.
lot of people out there that just think that is they just follow this and like, man, that's the coolest, the loudest, big mouth dude that's just putting everybody down with a passive aggressive insults, and it's like
and some people like that shit,
some
man.
people like it,
I'm
man.
just nah,
It's
man.
weird.
I can't be that way, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I got to be somewhat fucking respectful.
Yeah.
I'm a dad. I got
Sure.
kids. You're a dad. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And it's just like, don't get me wrong. When my kid gets into his teens, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of harsher shit towards him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just can't wait for those, dude.
Yeah.
I mess with them all the time. I'm like, dude, if you were fucking 17, I'd punch you in the throat.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I think I think about like my social media, talking about kids and stuff. I think of it almost as like a diary, and if something happens to me or one day when I check
It's there
out,
for them to check
it's
out.
there for them to check out, and I try not to ever air out my dirty laundry on social media.
Yeah,
I try not to do that. I keep it positive. It doesn't do anything for anyone, and I try to pump people up and I just hope one day when he goes back and looks at it, he says, "Man, my old man was cool. He was all
yeah.
right." I don't bash people. And
Are you a hard dad? Are you hard on them?
I would say I'm a fair dad. I still believe in a butt whooping.
Oh yeah,
But I give him many chances. But if he disrespects his mom, or he tells me to shut up, he don't have to. This belt
yeah,
comes off my hip,
yeah.
and usually it only takes one, and it will reel him in and set him straight.
My son, a couple years ago, I guess it was like 2 years ago. I think it was like 7 or 8, and he'll be 11, man. But yeah, I think he might have been 8 going on in that area. But he had said something, man. He stormed the fuck off and he
Hmm.
slammed the garage door into the house, ran down the hallway. Man, I chased after his ass, man. He just fucking flew down the hall, ran into his bedroom, locked it, and shut the door. I'm like, open this fucking door. He's like, no, man. I kicked that bitch in, dude.
Yeah.
It fucking splintered and everything. And
Lost it.
I gave him an ass whooping right there. And I think
Yeah.
right there was a woke.
Yep.
He woke
Hmm.
up on that shit. But
Hmm.
he'll test the waters and shit like that, just like any kid.
Yep.
But it's just like, man, I wish he would test them in ways that were smarter. You know what I mean? Like when I think back, like, today's day and age kids, man, there's everybody's so afraid of everything.
Yep.
And man, I was fucking taking the bus going to the mall that was like fucking 15 miles away at fucking 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And you can't do that shit today.
Yeah. Riding bicycles across
Dude
main
making half
roads, and
pipes in the
yeah. Oh
woods,
yeah,
you
dude.
know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Oh
shit
yeah.
like that, dude, running into another
Yeah.
township and swimming in a creek and shit like that, man, doing
Yep.
crazy shit, jumping shit you shouldn't have been, bumper hopping. You were in the snow. I don't know if you know much about that.
Nope.
So all right, I grew up in Philly, man, during the winter, man, when it was a snow day,
Yeah.
dude, and it was fucking just coming down. The best thing to do, man, was to get outside, and we all hung out on this one corner at Third and Spencer, and we'd wait for like the good vehicles to come by, like the fucking tow trucks
Hmm.
or the school buses and shit or whatever was rolling up the street. And then you'd run up behind, man. You hold that bumper, dude, and your feet would just ski in the snow in the street, dude, as you're hopping along,
Oh my
bro.
God, that sounds
Uh,
like a blast.
dude, it was, man. It was like shit like that, man, and just doing things like that. But we can't do shit like that
Yeah.
today, man. Fucking somebody will pull a gun, somebody gets shot.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's crazy shit, man.
Yeah. One thing I do is after, he gets in trouble or I have to spank him or whatever. I'll wait 10, 15 minutes, and I will always come in and sit him down, and we will talk about what happened
I do the same
and
thing.
why it happened. And that's important because, we as dads we have to like be disciplined about getting mad. And sometimes that's hard when,
Oh
when you
yeah.
see red and you're just like, I can't believe you talk. But there was one time we did the same thing and we were rebellious. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but like I'm very rooted like biblically. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I believe in, they say it's spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
That's in there. And what it says is, you keep letting them get away with it, it's just going to get further and further out of hand,
Exactly.
and you bust that butt, and we're going to get things because, and I'll tell him, he'll say, why did you spank? I say, well, that's the only thing that would get you right, dude. I've counted, I've put you in timeout, all this stuff. And I said, after I did that, I said, look at you now. Now you get it. Now
Yeah.
you understand. And so
The thing that like I have an issue with is they just assume they can get anything and everything when you're out and about.
yeah.
Hate that shit, don't you,
Yeah.
man? It's like, can I get this? No.
Oh, all the time. Yeah. I'm like, dude,
no.
Christmas is gonna be in like 2 weeks,
I
dude.
know
And you want to
my son's got a fucking birthday party this Saturday.
Yeah.
He's going to be 11 and shit like that. And like, we're out at the store. He's like, "Well, can I?" I'm like, "Dude, you have like fucking 20 days till Christmas, okay?
Yeah.
And you've got your birthday coming up and shit like that. You don't need that." But I don't want to hear the fucking
Oh
buts,
yeah.
dude. You're not
Yeah.
getting it, bro.
Oh yeah. He just asked for a new. Can I get a new iPad? I'm just like,
Dude.
dude, Christmas is around the corner, But that's another thing, man. That's hard is kids don't get to ride their bicycles and run the streets like we
No.
did. So that's their way of having friends.
Yeah.
He's playing something called Roblox with his friends, and they're talking. They got these earphones on like
Yeah,
we do,
dude.
and they're talking. And I've gone in there, and they'd be like, "Did you say something? Were you trying to get a?" He goes, "What?" He's talking to his friend, And I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
So my kid plays that shit, and my daughter and stuff. But we also have one of those, the VR, the Oculus, where you put it on and you get these
Oh,
hand
I've
things.
never did that.
Dude, it's fucking trippy. So
Really?
yeah, I was talking about this yesterday. But so my daughter's like, "Mom, can I play the Oculus?" And and you could talk to other players on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's all built in. It's Wi-Fi and shit. It just covers
You're
your
like
eyes.
driving something or
No,
shooting
man, you
something?
could do well,
Yeah,
you could do all that
all that.
shit with
Okay.
this stuff, right? So she's like, we're like, "Yeah, you can play it." So she goes in her room and she shuts her door and she sets you got to set a boundary on it, when you put it on. So it lets you know what area is safe to be in while
Oh,
you're
okay.
when you're moving around. So we hear all this fucking yelling. My wife's like, "What the hell is she doing in there?" So she walks down, right? And she's just standing outside the bedroom door. Dude, my daughter is she's 9. Okay, she just turned 9.
Yeah.
She's in the bedroom cussing like a fucking sailor. She's like, "You motherfucking bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up." And this, my fucking wife opens that door, like, "What? Shut it down.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
done."
Oh,
"But
wow.
mommy, I didn't mean to." Bullshit. You clearly meant what you fucking said.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my boy's 8.
Oh,
So they're pretty close actually.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sis, she just turned 9 in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
like you said that, yeah, they don't get out
Mhm.
to get that one-on-one connection. We've got four-wheelers and stuff in the woods right behind our house and shit like that. And at the moment they can't really go back there. It's super flooded from all that rain
Where
and
y'all at? Where
we live in Deltona.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah,
how it
man.
gets wet back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
man.
the
So
little lakes.
I call it Del Tucky. We're on the Osteen end.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But it's a nicer
Oh,
area
yeah,
and stuff like
415
that.
side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
awesome.
right there, like Howland and Fort Smith by that
Yep.
super Walmart.
I know
You know what
exactly
I
where you're
mean?
at.
Sunrise Elementary,
Yep.
all that area.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man. So we have some woods back there and shit like that. We go back there four wheeling and shit like that, and we have a blast back there, man.
That's awesome.
But it's gotten really swampy back there and shit like that, man. So we haven't been back there in a
Yeah.
while. He tried to go back there one day. He comes back, man, and he's like, "Where my water boots at, man?" I'm like, "Your water boots?" He's like, "Dad, it's seriously flooded back there." I was like, "All right, man." He comes back, they're fucking packed with mud and shit. He stepped in, dude. It just went knee deep, man.
Oh
The
my
water
god,
boots
that's
just filled the
funny.
fuck up, bro. But yeah, kids today. Now, your son does he take an interest in what you do? Is he into it a little bit, or does he?
A little bit, but I don't push it.
Yeah.
Like if he'll want to paint, and I'll take like some of my small detail guns, and I'll
Okay.
take water and food coloring, and I'll do different colors and let him paint with that. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
he's not breathing anything, but just
Yeah.
just so he can hands on and and get the feel of it, like he's doing something cool. But
Yeah.
I don't ever push it. I anytime I move my motorcycle or my car, I always let him get in there on the front, like, and let him
Yeah.
hold the handlebars, or I'll let him drive my 50 when I'm putting it up, or whatever.
That's awesome.
But and then if I'm driving him to school, I'll put him in something cool and he'll ride and
Nice.
hang out the window. Look at
I did
me
that
to
one
his
time with
friends.
Johnny, man. I took him and sis to school, and I had the Plymouth, the 52,
Hmm.
and my gas gauge didn't work. You know how it goes, bro. So I
Yeah.
get him around the school, man, and drop off lane, get him dropped off. I'm starting to putter out, man. It's like done. There's the hill, dude. I hit that fucking hill, went down to the stop sign, saw the crossing guard. I'm like, I gotta go, and I just fucking coasted it around the corner as far as I could. Had to push that bitch home, man, 2 blocks.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah,
ain't easy
ran out of
push.
gas. No, dude, it's all
Yeah.
metal, man.
Yeah.
It
It ain't
ain't
like
no
a
plastic.
cobalt.
Yeah, dude.
That's
But
funny.
I mean, Johnny enjoyed working on the cars with me in the driveway and stuff like that, man. So
Yeah.
pulling motor. He like, can I get dirty too with you? I'm like, yeah, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
And give
I,
him some.
yeah. I've got 3 boys. I've got Wade. He's
Mhm.
8. Brody turned 16 today, and
Oh
he lives
shit.
with his mom. So, and my other son, he's 19. He's at UF.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's in college, and he's more on the kind of nerd side of stuff. He's just unbelievably intelligent. With Did he already writes in 3 different codes, and he knows how to, like, I don't even
He's
understand.
the kid you call when you need some
He's
shit
like
done.
a
You know what I
calculus.
mean?
Yeah. So I got this new camera, for just doing some stuff in the shop. Like one of my customers, Nate Needles. You ever heard of Nate Needles?
No.
He's out of I think his shop's in Melbourne, but I'm doing that 52 for him, and he bought me this camera. He's like, dude, I want you to start filming all this stuff. Dude, I cannot figure this thing out. Like, you turn it on, all of a sudden the head swivels around, it follows you, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be like a Caleb thing. I'm going to have to get him to figure this out for
Nice.
me, and he'll
Nice.
figure it out in a minute. And then Brody lives with his mom. I'd love for him, it's time for him to start using his hands. He's turning 16, so, but that's kind of a weird. It's just the dynamic between his mom and I are just not.
Yeah.
It's just a little hard to get the time in, and so yeah, I'll just play it by ear, man.
What are you working on now?
I'm working on a 52 Ford that came in. That's the needles I was telling you about.
Okay.
And I guess it was stuck. Someone had chopped it, and they had sectioned the back window opening when you can't cut it because it's tempered. It'll just
Right.
shatter. So I guess the car was stuck, and he had found out about me, and we had talked about it. And he says, what can we do? And I said, well, let's try to find like a 50 Ford back window opening, and we'll graft that in, and we'll make sail panels for it. Because if you know a 52 Ford, they don't really have sail panels with that way that glass is. They just kind of got a little section that comes in. So Tony Brookshire, I don't know if you know Tony and Crystal Brookshire, he had one. Like, I was looking for it, and he goes, hey, I've got a roof clip. Like, he like cut the whole top off a four door. I guess the car was roached, but he kept the
Oh, no
top of
shit.
it. Yeah. So I went down to get it, and it was actually his wife's car, Crystal, and he was just like, yeah, dude. So I was like, how much, Crystal? Because he's like, yeah, just come get it. And I was like, what do you want for whatever? She's like, $50. And I'm like, $50. She's like, I don't know. You can just have it. I don't care. And I go, all right, I'll give you $50, or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever, But it ended up being I went to get it over near, gosh, where they at, St. Pete.
Okay.
Went to his shop, and so yeah, I braced the back window opening, cut it out, and then just cut the 52 window out, and I ended up making sail panels for it. I built a catwalk for it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so just to give it some flow, and
Hell
now
yeah.
I'm finishing up leaning the B pillars.
Sweet.
So after we did that, he's like, "Can you lean the B's for me?" And I was like, "Sure." So I'm working on that. My 50 Chevy just did a tune up on that, and Mark Emmer, who works with me part time now, he'll give me some time throughout
Yeah.
the week. He just helped me do all the brakes on it, and there was a little section at the bottom of the splash guard that meets the bumper.
Yeah.
Just where that water sits down in there, had some problems coming, like kind of telling on me. And so I fixed that, and now it's fixing to go in for
You ever
paint.
been out to Mark's setup?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah, several times. Yeah. Well,
dude.
I'm helping him chop his 50 Ford. He's got that 50 Ford.
Oh,
out
okay,
there.
nice. Yeah,
so,
I love Mark.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
he's
him and his
gold,
wife,
man,
are
oh
fucking.
my god, they're amazing.
Yeah, they're fucking great, man.
It's funny, man, because the story, he's like, dude, I didn't even like you. Like, he never met me, but I guess he kind of stereotyped me. And he was like, there's just no way, like, you could be like a cool dude, like doing what you do and stuff. And now we're like best friends. Like,
That's
now
how it
we're
goes,
like,
man.
yeah, because he's just like, you're actually like the opposite of what I thought. And I was like, well, good.
Never judge a book by its cover,
That's
brother.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark is fucking bad. He's a badass dude, man. He's super laid back, man, and
he's talented.
Yeah, he is, man. Man.
And he's young, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I keep thinking he's like our age. He's like, we can't remember.
I don't know. Does he still have that whole setup in the back of the yard where he built like the big covers and shit? Yeah, dude.
Well, now they all have roll-up doors.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he scored like some roll-up doors. Somebody's selling a bunch of like storage unit roll-up doors. So
Yeah.
they put them all in, everyone's got a freaking car.
Oh yeah, dude. He's always got
it's
shit,
just like,
man.
well, first time I went out there, I just remember like and I just looked at him. I go, who are you, dude? Like, for real. Like, who are you, man?
Yeah,
but yeah, man, he's young and he's so talented, and he has a lot of knowledge.
He does, dude. He's a fucking great guy, man. It's good to have people like that on your side too, man. Because we always run into something, dude, we don't know, and there's always somebody that does. My dad, God bless his soul. He was a fucking street mechanic for many, many years.
Mhm.
Not very book smart, but that man could tear a car apart, dude, and fucking put it back together with no issues.
Yeah.
But when it came to, but then you got those guys out there, man, that know every fucking thing in a textbook, but can't turn a fucking
Yeah.
wrench.
Yeah.
You
They
know what I
can't
mean?
put
Yeah,
it in motion. Yeah.
yeah.
But so yeah, I've got a Road King. That's mine that I'm just making a lay frame Road King out of.
Oh, okay.
So I'm cutting the freaking crap out of this thing, dude. Like it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
low, man.
Are you doing shows? Are you traveling
I
or
need to.
yeah?
I did Lone Star last year with Murph, but I didn't set up. But dude,
Love Texas,
every
man.
fifth car coming in is freaking chopped and I'm like, it was like a real show. Like you
Yeah.
go to Turkey Rob Run, it's
Yeah.
just
Austin is the fucking shit, dude.
dude, it is incredible. Dude, we were downtown and this dude pulls up, he's smoking a joint, pulls up on a horse, and walks that horse right into the bar off the street. And I was just looking and like nobody made a big deal out of it. And I was just kind of like, is
There's
this Austin? They're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, dude. Like,
What was the one I love Austin, man, especially at night when you drive around, all the neon.
oh yeah.
Dude, it's just so fucking amazing.
We went to Broken Spoke.
I was just gonna say
Is that
fucking
it?
yeah, Broken
Yeah, and
Spoke is
who's the guy that
oh,
he's got the silver hair and gosh, I follow him. I can't remember, but dude, he
oh,
was singing.
man.
He was awesome. Dale something, I think. Dale Watson or something.
Mm,
Dale Watson or something like that. But dude, it was fun. He was.
yeah.
I mean, everybody was there to see that man
Dude,
play
there was
guitar.
one little place I went to. I can't remember the fucking name, dude. They played chicken shit bingo. Dude, so basically what they did was they have this fucking bingo table that they set on top of a pool table and they put a chicken in it. It's got like a cage or whatever, and the chicken walks around
No
wherever it
freaking
shits, dude.
way.
That's the fucking number, dude. Chicken
What?
shit bingo, bro.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I'd be
right.
down to watch that.
Oh
Yeah,
hell yeah, dude.
that's
But
funny.
Austin, man, Austin is like amazing. My wife and I, we were supposed to go a few back in September, but we ended up having to reschedule because we had the death in the family and shit
Yeah.
like that. But we're gonna make it up and head back out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude,
So have
Austin.
you been to Lone Star Roundup?
No, I've
That
never
show?
been there for that, but
Yeah.
I've had friends that have gone and shit like that. Magazine Gene.
I don't think so.
No, he used to
Oh.
sell the subscriptions for deluxe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, old school and stuff like that
That
at
must
all the
have been before
shows.
Murpho had. Yeah, that's probably back in the day then.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he left. Somebody had bought the company or whatever. But
Yeah,
Magazine Gene, and he used to travel all over, dude, and do that shit. And he was telling me he was heading out there. He's like, dude, that is the fucking place, man.
it's like the Mecca, dude.
Yeah.
Like when we were there, kind of because Murpho owns Car Culture Lux and Old School Rods now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Murph owns that, and then he's got like his shop's just, dude. If you ever go back out there, run by Buda, Texas, and go check out Murpho's shop, dude. It'll blow
Nice.
your mind, dude. I mean, but yeah. So when I went out there, I was just like, dude, this is like a real.
Yeah. I
Like,
heard there was like fucking parties everywhere at the custom garages and shit
oh,
that were in
Murph
there.
threw a freaking party. Oh my god, it was crazy. What's that? That ska band? They're like Cubans or something, or Del
Shit.
uh Delphonic. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like a freaking Spanish ska band, dude. And they were there. They set up a stage and stuff. And bro,
Yeah.
it was like television.
Hell
It
yeah.
was like being at like a TV party, man. And we're just drinking tequila. Like he had this company came out and it was free tequila all night. And there was a ton of people there, bro. And you do that. Next thing you know, you're ripped. You're in the parking lot lost. You're looking around like,
Where the fuck am
I'm
I?
not really sure where I'm at right now. But yeah, I went out there and man, I tied one on. But I
Yeah.
had such a good time. And dude, that is one. You get a chance to talk to him, you should.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a real
Awesome.
real dude.
Hell yeah, man. I love to have
Yeah.
him on, man. Shoot the shit, man.
Yeah. Well, he owns Custom Rodcast, so he has a Rodcast.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sweet.
you oughta like if you get a chance, it's on Spotify.
Okay.
But you should reach out to him because he's a pretty just say, hey man, Chad told me to reach out. If you ever have questions or what you're doing, or maybe he's been through the trials of it, dude, and they've got a really cool setup.
Yeah.
But he would I'm sure he would be transparent with you.
That's
and
awesome,
give you
man.
some tips. Yeah.
It's great to have connections and
Mhm.
friends like that, dude. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But Austin over San Antone, I'll take any time. I've been to San Antone. I tattooed in San Antone, man. Went to the Alamo, checked all that,
Yeah.
Riverwalk and shit. But yeah, Austin is the fucking place, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to San Antonio,
Yeah.
but
Used to do the Vegas thing all the time, and
never been, man.
yeah, I just lost interest in that, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, and stuff like that. But the cars were great and everything like that, but it just I don't know, man. After COVID, it just didn't feel the same,
yeah.
So I
And then
know.
all the craziness out there. Wasn't Jason Aldean? Somebody's out there and shooting in the crowd, like all
Yeah,
kinds of
man.
crazy
All
stuff was
kind, man.
happening
That was
out
a
there.
while ago. Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, dude, they ended up. Yeah, man. That's some fucked up shit. I think that makes me nervous the way that the world's going right now
yeah,
with
man.
big crowds and shit like that.
Yep. Oh, dude, I used to get not sorry, I mean to interrupt you, but
No.
remember the monster trucks would come to the Citrus Bowl, and
Yeah.
every year I'd take my kids, and now I went there. Last time I went there, the crowd just got real tight, and we were stuck there for like over an hour
Hmm.
and not moving. I'm like, if somebody shows out right now and does something stupid, we're stuck.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the way it's going, I don't put myself in them situations, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's funny too because Erica's like, why do you always like keep your back to the wall when you're in somewheres and by the door? I was like, you don't fucking know.
That's what a man does.
You just don't
Watch out for
know.
trouble.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yep.
And shit like that. But yeah, today's day and age, man, it's scary as shit, man.
Yep.
Well, look, fuck, was I watching the news this morning? Some dude and chick were on a plane, and they ended up having to make an emergency landing in Jacksonville because uh, one's arguing with the other over they have a bomb on the plane, some shit like that. So they
What?
ended up having to make a fucking emergency landing in Jacksonville, and the feds were up there waiting and shit like that. It's crazy
Crazy.
shit, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just try to, and I try not to get too in depth with watching that stuff, man. Because sometimes it bring you, to bring you down.
Yeah.
You know.
So, in your eyes, how has the custom car scene evolved over the last few years?
Um, like I said, watching these guys like Scotty Chops and
Yeah.
Clark Gilly, and all those guys, and them just taking it to the next just the next level, like the caliber of what they're doing, and how fast they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're making these panels, and I'm like, dude, that was pretty quick. You know what I mean? And and they're making their own tools for pull maxes. And as far as building the customs, watching these guys and just get better and better and better is just to me is just so cool. And hopefully I could, you know, slowly kind of gravitate towards their direction,
Yeah.
but like I said, not beating myself up because at the end, I don't care. Like you can be the best worker in the world, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's still gonna get a skim coat of mud, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and that's the truth, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So you got guys coach building stuff and it looks incredible, but at the end of the day, they're still gonna float it.
Yep.
But you know, the custom scene, like I wish we had more of a custom scene. And there's guys out there like Dallas,
Hmm.
Dallas Marine and Y'all Real, but they're on the West Coast. I'm over here, and I want to get out more, but just being honest, I got a son at UF. I got a little boy, and
Yeah.
dude, I don't I don't have a lot of extra money right now.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel your pain on that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, people think like, dude, you're like living the dream, and it's just like, well,
I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, dude.
sometimes I do, and I try. My tactic has always been like I try to worry about the customer and their car or the project first, and not make it about the money. And now I'm to the point to me thinking that way.
Right.
I finally have the people with the money that are starting to come around because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not trying to cheat somebody,
Right.
and now those people are coming around. So as far as for me, that's evolving, but I don't think I get out enough, honestly, Philly, to see like big changes or whatever I want to. I want to start vending some of these big shows,
Yeah.
and get out there. I would love to go to Santa Monica. I'd love to go to GNR's. I'd love to go to some of those places, but it's expensive.
It is,
You,
dude.
you go out there and you fall on your face and come back. It can be a big deal. So I'm just, I just haven't really rolled the dice on some of that. But dude, I'm working family. Like,
That's
the
it.
River Rumble just came up,
Yeah.
and I didn't make that in Titusville. And dude, they had the Delta Bombers play that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
are you
saw that.
kidding me?
Dude, Three
Like,
Bad Jacks was there, wasn't they?
I don't
Did they
know.
end up playing? Because I thought
I
Elvis from Three Bad Jacks was supposed to play that.
I heard a couple of bands that I guess weren't on the docket or something played or something, but
Wasn't that show put on by Brad?
and yeah, Brad Reed and Mike at Control
Okay.
Tattoos, they teamed up on it, but yeah, I could have went there, I could have ended it, but my mom turned 70,
Oh, mom's
so
important,
so
dude.
I drove to North Florida
You only turn
because
70 once, brother.
yep, she turned 7. My mom's just like, I want to cook, I want to, and I was like, I'll be there.
Sweet.
You know what I mean? Like that show will be there every year, but my mom turned 70 once, like you said. So
Yep.
so sometimes, I should be out there and I should be doing that stuff, but I just always try to put my family first, and that stuff will always be there,
Yeah,
you know?
and the sad part is too is like when you do that, there's always that one or two, three little clicky people that have something to say. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
blah blah blah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there was one
whatever.
not that long ago I got wind of. uh I'm not going to say it because if I say it there'll be several people that know, and including him. But
Ah.
it's but it was he had just kind of smack talked me a little bit, and it wasn't about what I do or whatever. It was just about, oh, I could do all that. I could do, this and that, and it was just like I just let it roll off my
Dude,
back,
that
just like
man,
whatever.
isn't that like the fucking like oh, I can't stand it when you have that conversation with somebody and you're like, yeah, man, I did this and stuff like that, and they have to one fucking up you.
Yep.
And it's just like, dude,
And I don't compete, bro.
no.
I just let them talk, and I don't stop 'em. I just let them be cooler than me right then and there. I just let them be cooler than me. You're
Fucking love
better
you,
than
bro.
me. I just let them talk, and I nod my head and I give them props. I'm like, dude, that sounds amazing. That's awesome. I'll walk away, man,
Yeah.
because I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing. I'm not gonna get piss in contest with you right now
No, dude.
over something that means nothing. It's material. It's an object. It means
Yep.
nothing. It has no feelings. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah,
It's sad that like the world has to come to shit like that too,
yeah,
man. It really is. But
yep,
I totally fucking understand and agree where you're coming from on that. Because dude, that shit it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, why?
yep,
And I'm just like, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking let it go. But then there's that one point in time when you'll be sitting back and you'll be by yourself and you're doing something, you're like, that motherfucker, man. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll come back to service,
Yeah.
and you're like, God,
God,
what a cocky.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I just don't compete, man, and I don't. It's just about relationships for me,
Just like,
man.
like when I reached out to you, man, hey man, you want to do it? Yeah, dude, no problem.
Yeah,
Like for me, that's having you on this podcast and talking to me, not just because we're friends, but because it benefits you. It,
both of us. Yeah,
and it benefits me,
yeah,
and it helps me generate more followers and listeners, and it'll help you spread the word for yourself,
yeah,
and that's what it's all about, man. It's just like, let's feed each other, off of the
yeah.
plate and help one another,
And I
man.
feel flattered. I'm not too cool to come here. It's like I'm
Yeah, dude.
flattered that you would think of me to want to come in here and
Oh,
spend some
dude. I
time
mean,
with,
I
man. That's cool.
I was telling my wife, I was like, man, I really want to have Chad on the fucking show, and she's like, that'd be cool. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I don't know how busy he is and if he's got a lot of shit going on and shit like that, but I'm like, you know what, dude, I got to test the water, throw it out there,
Yeah,
and just see what happens. If you said, hey, I'm kind of tied up, maybe another time, I would have worked something out,
sure.
but when I like, yeah, man, I'll be there. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking hey, dude. Sorry it ain't later in the day. Like we could throw some fucking drinks back and
Oh, that's
bullshit
okay,
and
man.
talk, man.
Yeah. No, my best friend David Payne, we've been best friends since the first grade. We met in the first grade because we got called up at the same time to take our Ritalin together. So he's coming here to meet me, and we're gonna go to Papa B's and have lunch and a couple beers
Yeah, dude.
afterwards. So yeah, we haven't seen each other in a couple months or so. So we're gonna catch up and have a couple
Fucking
beers for
hey, man.
lunch. But
Yeah, dude. That's
but
that
yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. I love like when you fucking haven't seen somebody in a while, man, and you fucking get to catch up. But
yeah,
there's a few people I've got some info I want to reach out to and hit up for the show, and because I want I'm a nerd. I dive into everything, man. I love World War II history. I love sci-fi,
you need to hit up Murph, dude. Oh
and
my God,
you
dude,
know,
Murph will.
fucking right there, man. Annie Jacobson's Operation
Yeah,
Paperclip, dude, that's some crazy fucking shit.
yeah,
And like I try not to fall down into the rabbit holes, but there's sometimes, man, I started reading a little bit more and stuff like that, and it's just like I get into
yeah,
it, man. I love the 50s, I love rockabilly, I love honky tonk, I love
yeah,
cars, but it's just like, I want to, That's why I'm everyday BS, dude. I want to talk about everything,
Yep.
everyday shit.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be just one niche.
Sure.
I want to talk about it all, man.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yep.
So, but especially being down here in Florida has been a godsend to me, especially for my wife. And I'll tell you what, like we were saying earlier, man, like robbing Peter to pay Paul. I tell you, if it wasn't for my wife and the fucking job that she's got, man,
Oh
I'd
yeah.
be panhandling out on one of
Oh
these
yeah.
motherfucking streets,
Hey,
man.
listen, my wife's coming through for me, man. She
You
works
know,
for Orlando Health, and she's got a good gig, and she works really hard, and she's good at what she does,
yeah.
and we're a team. I mean, sometimes we have to be. Sometimes she needs me, and sometimes I need her. So
Um, so let me ask you this: like, uh, any major projects you got coming up?
yeah, I've got. Well, I'm finishing up. What you said coming up. So possibly have a 51 Merc coming. I've got another 51 Merc I'm working on now that's been just crazy.
Okay.
Um, but as far as coming up, I've got a couple of people that we got a chop class coming up.
Oh shit,
So
yeah, man.
yeah, when you talk about that, we got a chop class coming up, which is kind of a major thing.
Throw it out there,
So
dude. Let
yeah,
people
it's
know.
March 23rd and 24th at Kennedy Performance Fabrication, and that's in Bethlehem, Georgia.
Nice. How do they get a hold of you to
It's
get set up
social
for that?
media. Social media would be fine. Lucky Tramp Customs, my Facebook, or Chad Strop under my Facebook, or him Kennedy Performance. But it's $500. We're gonna chop his 50 Chevy.
No
So
shit.
yeah, so pretty much the same car I have. I think he's going to be pretty close to the same lines. I think he wants that same chop. Um, might go down a little bit more. Mine's actually only a 3, 4.5. We might do like a full, like a 4 or 5.5 on his. Put an inch and a half of fall in it. But dude, it's a good time when we do these shop classes. It's fun, man. And he's trying to get Hot Rod Walt to play Seco DeVille's.
Yeah,
He's
man.
been talking to Walt, and they're trying to put something together for that. Lunch is included. He's trying to do like the pre-shop party with the DeVilles to play.
Nice.
But dude, I was hesitant, man, because usually when I have the chop classes, I'll have like a headliner coming down, like
Yeah.
Larry or Gene or something like that. And he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to come up and do a chop class?" And I'm like, "Well, dude, I don't know. Usually I have guys that come. He goes, well, you could do it, right? I mean, well, yeah, I know how to chop the car, but he's like, man, it'd mean a lot. So I kind of like put him on the back burner a little bit just because I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't want to disappoint anybody. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's do it.
Right.
Let's just be real about it. Let's just do it with minimal tooling, and we'll have English wheel and stuff up there.
Hell yeah.
But so I said, yeah, let's go for it. So
That's
we're
fucking
trying to put
awesome.
that together, and
So everybody could follow you on Facebook at Lucky Tramp Custom.
yeah, I have a page, Lucky Tramp Customs, and then Lucky Tramp Customs with a K on Instagram,
Okay.
and then I'm on TikTok, and which is weird. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like
I don't
that's
even
why I have a girl running it for
yeah,
me.
you
She's
got
good
to.
at all that.
And you got a merch store now, huh?
Yeah, I got a website, Lucky
Awesome.
Tramp Customs, and
Sweet.
it's on there. But shirts, hats, keychains.
All
She's
the
even making air fresheners now, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we
Some of
found
them
this.
fucking cars stink,
We
dog.
went through all this. We went through all these smells, dude. And she's just like, "What are you looking for?" I was like, "I want something that smells like surfboard wax because I surf." You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I finally found one, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it smells just like wax." And I was like, "This is the one. It's going on everyone." So the
Awesome.
scent is surfboard wax, which is kind of like a tropical coconut kind of smell.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
pretty nice, but yeah,
Sweet, dude. Dude, thanks so much, man, for coming out and hanging
absolutely,
out,
man.
dude,
Yeah,
and
dude.
bullshitting and talking. And I wish you from the bottom of my heart all the best
I
in the fucking
appreciate it,
world, man.
man. I feel
You're
the
a hell
same
of a
way.
fucking friend, a great guy, man. And everybody listening, watching, fucking check out Chad, man.
I'm
Lucky
here.
Tramp
I'll be
Customs,
here,
man.
man.
And I'll have all of his links and shit posted
Yeah,
and all that good stuff,
yeah.
man. So
I
yeah, dude.
appreciate it
Thanks, brother.
very much. So,
All
thank you.
right, brother. My pleasure.